What's going on, guys? Like a hero. As always, before we get into this video, guys, make sure to like the channel if you like the content. Make sure to subscribe if you want to keep up to date on Outriders content. Always catch my streams over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. The links are in the description. Today, we're going to talk about getting God roll gear and weapon pieces. 3 out of my 5 pieces of gear have come from either blue upgrades or green upgrades. We're talking the uncommon or the rare. So what we're going to do here, I'm going to purchase these uncommon gloves, but you can do this with weapons. You can do this with gear. You can do this with anything, okay? The reason being, as we know in the endgame, your expeditions are giving you a ton of blues. They're giving you these rares that you don't really feel like you need at first. But what's most important to notice about these pieces of gear when we get them, when we see them in vendors, or when we pick them up when we're farming, is we want to look at those primary stats that they roll with. To know what your God roll piece is going to be, it really depends on the class that you are. As a trickster, I am looking for firepower, cooldown reduction, and close range damage. So when I see, it doesn't matter if it's uncommon, if it's rare, like if it's either purple, blue, or green. If I see those 3 main stats rolled on a piece of gear, I'm in a good mood. That's what I want to get. So what I'm going to show you guys today is how to take those uncommon, those rares, and upgrade them, and then kind of hit the lottery. It takes a little bit of luck, but because they're so plentiful in the game, and if you want to see a guide on how you can farm more of these, farm all the materials, endlessly farm loot, make sure you check out my playlist on how, the 2 boss farm method. Let's take these boots for example. They're not my ideal rolls, but maybe you're looking for anomaly power, healing received, and cooldown reduction as your 3 main stats. If you like the stats, the primary stats, okay, for now we're ignoring the mod, because what happens is that if we have the stats that we want on a piece of gear, we can always override the mod that's rolled on there. Taking these boots, for example, let's hypothetically say that this was cooldown reduction, firepower, and close range damage. I would take these and I would kind of go and hit the lottery, right? I'd go hit the slots with them. I'm going to take these pieces of gear and I'm going to improve its rarity. These gloves, for example, they don't have a mod on them yet. These uncommon pieces of loot don't have that first mod, but we can improve their rarity through the crafting system here. So we're going to take these gloves and we're going to improve that rarity. It's relatively cheap. The first going from green to rare, it gets a little more pricey, but it's totally worth it because of the God roll potential that you have when you do this method. So we have our three God roll stats that we want. We're going to improve its rarity. Now we get to choose one of 3 randomly selected mods. So really it doesn't matter which ones you get here. If you might get lucky and get a good tier 1 mod. Afterwards, we're going to improve the rarity again, and then we're also going to get that opportunity to choose a second mod. Now you could get very lucky with that tier 1 mod and get like a class specific tier 1 mod that you really like. In this case, we got kind of lucky here and we got Vampiric Mag, which out of these 3 mods is the one in this situation that I would take. The reason being is that a mod like this, Vampiric Mag, and let's say it was God rolled, right, with the 3 stats that I want, that firepower, that close range, and the cooldown reduction, I now have a God roll piece of gear where I could take the first mod that I was like, it's not that great. I could take that and replace that first mod. Now I could put a tier 3 mod on there if I want. I could put a tier 2. I could replace it with another tier 1 mod. I could put Sharp Eye on there. In my current build, which guys I am working on and getting that video out to you guys, I'm just missing 1 or 2 more mods. I could put that on there. In this case, I'm going to actually put Ammo Bargain on. Now the reason I'm going to put Ammo Bargain is because for a build that I have in mind, we already have Vampiric Mag, which is going to give us 50% of the ammo in our magazine. It's going to replenish it whenever we kill an enemy with bleed. If we put Ammo Bargain on top of that, what that's going to do, it's going to give us 20% more ammo when we get a killing shot. So now we're getting 70% ammo replenished in our magazine for every kill. This pairs up nicely with the Bulwark shotgun, the automatic shotgun, the slug variant here, which has ultimate bleed. So we've done this by taking a green gear, which normally would get overlooked and get deconstructed right away. We've turned it into a god roll piece of gear, and we've created synergy with something that otherwise it would have took a lot of luck to get if we were just looking for just the rares. So we have ammo replenished here with our vampiric mag. We have ammo bargain there, and we have our god roll pieces of gear. Honestly, this is how I've gotten all my pieces of gear. On my boots, you see here, sharp eye, mitigation from death. I have the 3 god roll stats that I'm looking for. Make sure you understand what the pieces that you should be looking for are in like your primary stats, because that's going to change really depending on the class that you have. Guys, that's the video. I hope it was helpful. Hit that subscribe for future content. Let me know what you think in the comments. Do you have a different method? Is there a better farming method to get your gear? Make sure to catch out my streams over on Twitch TV/LikeAHero. Thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you later.